GBL GameDay, your home for all the exciting action from the Greater Boston League.
Now let's recap all the action of Week 9 in the GBL in 60 seconds. In match number 1, it's Mama Patterson versus the Quails. Devon H.A. puts up a top performance, but Chase Brown is equally up to the task alongside Josh Allen as the Quails move into the top 4, and Mama Patterson suffered the 7th loss of the season by a score of 133.5 to 113.82. In match number 2, the GBL champion of the decade was no match for the Korean Mafia as they serve up double-digit performances across 78% of their lineup, led by a long overdue performance from Patrick Mahomes, winning by a score of 135.04 to 115.06. In match number 3, the GBL Game of the Week was close all weekend, but finally came down to the wire as running back Kareem Hunt wins it for Joel in overtime by a score of 133.88 to 123.6. In match number 4, the third cousin versus cousin bowl was an absolute bloodbath as the top scoring Fighting Irish put up a massive amount of points, led by a late surge from Jackson Smith and Jigba, and defeat the Heroes by a score of 171.14 to 101.4. In match number 5, injuries would prove to be disastrous for the former number 1 team as Theo's squad put up consistent double-digit number this weekend, easily defeating Hurricane, losers of 2 straight, by a final score of 129.82 to 87.84. And finally, in match number 6, the injured reserves faced off against arguably the hottest team in the league, Asantini's, winners of 5 straight, who made it 6 on the back of Lamar Jackson and J.K. Dobbins. Steve moves into second by a score of 121.2 to 109.16. Let's dive into the Week 10 matchups for the GBL. In match number 1, we have the number 5 Senor Ocho Cinco riding a 2-game winning streak, taking on the freshly crowned number 1 team, the Fighting Irish. Can they keep momentum going? In match number 2 brings us a showdown between 2 rising teams as the number 8 Korean Mafia face off against number 2 Asantini's in a battle for upward mobility. In match number 3, the number 10 Handicap Heroes are looking to rebound after recent setbacks as they challenge number 3 Hurricane, who are themselves on a 2-game losing skid. In match number 4, this could shape the playoff picture as the number 6 Albanian Hard Knocks go head-to-head with the number 4 Quails, both hungry to make a statement. Then in match number 5, number 12 Mama Patterson finds herself in a must-win situation to keep her playoff hopes alive, going up against a struggling number 7 Albanian Express. And finally, in match number 6, 2 teams hoping to salvage their playoff chances square off as the number 9 Miami Sound Machine take on the number 11 Injured Reserves. It is sure to be an action-packed week with huge playoff implications. Welcome to this week's GBL Game of the Week matchup between the number 6 Albanian Hard Knocks and the number 4 Quails. We have a clash of two top 6 teams in the GBL with a lot on the line as they battle for playoff positioning in the heat of Week 10. This matchup is headlined by two of the league's most competitive players, Theo DeShaniku and Nick Quinn. Theo's legendary performance over his career has earned him the prestigious number 5 spot all-time, alongside 2 championships to his name. While Nick Quinn, a shorter tenured but no less formidable player, sits at a very respectable 8th place, with notable finishes over the past 3 seasons. Their head-to-head history only adds fuel to the game. Theo currently leads with a 5-2 record over Quinn, including wins in 2 of the last 3 meetings over the last 3 seasons. Both the Hard Knocks and the Quails have had turbulent seasons so far. They've been up and down, struggling to find that consistency that champions are built on. This game isn't just important, it's crucial. With a league full of teams with similar records hovering just behind them, a win here could help stabilize either team's season and keep them in prime position for a postseason run. The pressure is on, and there's no room for error. Each team knows what's at stake, and neither plans on being the one to give ground.
This week's GBL Team Spotlight is focused on the current number 1 team in the league, the Fighting Irish, led by Sean Keogh, one of the founding members of the Greater Boston League. Over the past 10 seasons, Sean has built a solid record of 62 wins and 70 losses, placing him 10th all-time in GBL history. Despite his longevity, Sean has yet to reach a championship final, with his closest attempts coming in 2014 and 2023, where he was eliminated both times in the semifinals. In addition to those 2 appearances, he has also made the playoffs in 2018. Sean has had some notable head-to-head battles throughout his career. He holds the record for the most wins against a single opponent, defeating his brother Steve a total of 13 times. On the flip side, Sean also ranks 2nd all-time for most losses against a single opponent, with 10 losses coming to cousin Mikey, one of the most frequent matchups in GBL history, with a total of 19 meetings between the two. 2023 was a strong season for Sean, finishing in 2nd place with a 9-5 record before being knocked out in the semifinals. As of today, FantasyPros.com ranks him as a strong contender to finish the year in the top spot. The Fighting Irish have a 99% chance of making the playoffs and a 27% chance of taking the title, both the highest marks in the league. With his experience, consistency over the last few years, and strong team performance, Sean Keogh and the Fighting Irish are poised for another deep playoff run.